plan to open 6 homeless villages throughout Portland by the end of this year. $20 million in federal COVID aid is getting poured into this, and we're supposed to hear specific locations for these villages pretty soon. In fact, the city's housing commissioner said this to our Maggie Vespa yesterday.
We're on track to announce 2 sites at the end of next week and a total of 3 sites by the end of September. And then I'm really clear that we will also be able to have chronically houseless Portlanders moving into the villages by the end of the calendar year.
So tonight, the big question, where will these 6 villages end up? Where will they be? Supposedly, they can go anywhere. They could be anywhere throughout the city. A lot of you wrote in with ideas on where they should be, and our Maggie Vespa did some digging. Maggie, a lot of people have their thoughts on where these villages should go.
So many thoughts. The first idea that we heard from viewers has been in the public lexicon for a while at this point.
Ron wrote in, confident he knows the city's plan for at least one village. Now City Hall, he wrote, wants to put another homeless camp in the post office parking lot. That would make 4 homeless camps within 3 blocks of each other. He added, I live in senior housing at 9th and Lovejoy. We already have issues with spillover as a result of the 3 camps and shelters already in place. A 4th would make it unbearable. Ron, we appreciate the email, and we should reiterate again, the city has not announced any locations yet, but there has been chatter about that lot in the Pearl. It used to be part of the post office property, but the city reportedly bought it in 2016 for $88 million. It was slated for a massive development project, but according to Willamette Week, that developer pulled out last week. And now the question hangs over the city's head. Do we turn that lot into a homeless village? It sounds like the answer is no. Prosper Portland telling Willamette Week, first, there's contaminated soil on the property. A rep said the site was previously a rail yard, including a manufactured gas plant. Prosper Portland has a consent judgment with the Oregon Department of Environmental Quality, which prohibits residential use of any type until contamination is fully addressed. And once that's cleaned up, Metro reportedly has plans to build affordable housing on part of that lot. So putting a village there with as many as 50 people, not looking likely.
This next idea from John may have hit on something.
John wrote, check into Metro and the land they've purchased with taxpayer money for more green space. Why not use some of that temporarily for homeless people? John, thank you for the idea. And for reference, he's talking about parks and green space purchased by Metro with recent voter-approved bonds. Until now, the city had been blunt. They were aiming specifically to use city-owned land. And a couple months back, they released a list of close to 70 pieces of land they might use. That's up on our website now. But again, they were all city-owned. What about Metro or other governing bodies? Commissioner Ryan's office told me, absolutely. We are looking at all public lands subject to zoning stipulations. So that includes Metro, TriMet, ODOT, and so forth. We are also looking at private properties we might lease or purchase. In other words, they've gone well beyond that list of 70 properties. So it's more open season than ever.
Commissioner Ryan's office says they are vetting sites based on criteria like safety, accessibility, and zoning, the things you would expect. And he wants your input. In fact, in our sit down yesterday, he added this.
Portlanders are really excited about this. They want to engage with us. And so we're asking them to write into Safe for Us Villages at portlandoregon.gov. Again, that's Safe for Us Villages at portlandoregon.gov. And we're looking forward to their enthusiasm as we have some headwinds always when you make sightings where some neighbors would not want those in their backyard. But we're convinced that there's enthusiasm for this and they will rally behind us as we build these villages and provide services in a humane way.
And once these are announced, it sounds like the city is going to move fast. Staff tell us they'll announce 3 locations by the end of this month. One they say will be for people living in their RVs and cars. And then, Dan, as for the others, a staffer wrote, we have pods ready to drop in place at some of the sites as soon as the locations are confirmed. So they're ready to go.
We know you'll keep an eye on it for us. Maggie, thanks.
Sure.